Yeah.
Subscribe to Traveling Utah.
Perfect. We are in Marceline, Missouri. Walt Disney's hometown. In front of me is the Hometown Museum. We will be touring that very shortly. Walt was born in Chicago, Illinois. His dad moved his family here when he was about, I don't know, 5, I think. So this is E.P. Ripley Park. Old Santa Fe train here. Midget Autopia. Now they did some D23 stuff here a couple years ago. There was a Midget Autopia here in this town. I'm pretty sure it's fallen to disarray, but there's a Midget Autopia. It says, "I returned Midget Autopia." So Midget Autopia was retired in 1966, making way for It's a Small World out in Disneyland. And then it looks like they built it here. But I don't think this isn't the actual spot, but it's pretty cool. Got a nice fountain here. Toby's Amusements. Looks like a fairly new facility. New auditorium. Railroad car. Something's supposed to be there. There's a fountain. Looks like they've got something marked out here as well. If you come here during the week, you could go right over there to the post office and they stamp it with a very special stamp from Disney. From what I hear. Never done it. It's the first time here. But this park is pretty cool. Look at this train. ATSF and SF. Santa Fe Disney Railroad. Restored and rededicated in September 12, 1998 in honor of the Santa Fe employees. This actual machine was given to the city of Marceline by the Santa Fe Railroad back in 1955. Number of 2546. Now there are these QR codes all over Disney. This is the one, I believe Walt and Roy were here standing on that train at some sort of dedication ceremony. But let's go visit the museum. Unfortunately, I can't take you in there, but there's a lot of information there. So we'll go there first. Take some pictures if they're allowed, and then we'll head to some other destinations. But this Midget Autopia is still really cool. Look at that. There's the pavilion. I don't know what the barn is for. Let's go look at something. There's a sign. There's a little placard per se. Right over here. Oh. This was made in September 2019. It's a walking track, official dedication. Now, as far as I know, Disney does not support this town in any way monetarily. I don't know, but That's from what I hear. So, all right, let's go over here to this museum. Amazing museum. Amazing. Learned a lot. Took a lot of pictures. That was insane. Got first one here. And we got the flag that was dedicated by Disney, and I bought a miniature one. Yay! Look at that. You can't find this flag anywhere. They don't make it. Let's see here. Oh, see, so this is what I was telling you about. There's Walt and Roy standing on that train over there. This is the signed program. It's upside down, but so there's Walt when he started. So what I did learn, his dad didn't let him start school until he was 7. Waited for his little sister Ruth to be in there. Interesting. Okay, so that's the clock that's over in Zurchers, and there's that was over in Zurchers, Santa Fe Standard Time. I don't know if you can see that. Then there's a cash register. There's the cash register there. Midget Autopia. So Walt came back 3 different times, and that was in 1946 for the elementary school. Something in, let's see, what did he do here? Oh, the pool and park complex in 1956. And then he came back in 1960 and dedicated the flagpole. In 66, he was supposed to come back and dedicate Midget Autopia. But he had just returned from London and he had a cough, and it was cancer, and he passed away that December. Oh, look at that. Disney Mickey. Oh, there's the swimming pool. Oh, so this TV. So his sister Ruth didn't want to attend the dedication to Disneyland. I don't think she was a big crowd person, I think, as the story goes. So Walt sent her this TV right here, very TV, to watch it on the opening day. Very cool. Oh, here you go. She wasn't a fan of large crowds, so she declined the invitation to go to the opening day ceremonies in 1955. Insane. Oh, and here's a layout of Marceline, which I'm going to be looking at here shortly. You can become a member of this museum. There was a theme park that was supposed to be here in Marceline. They were going to open it. They were in the planning stages, it looks like, and Walt passed away, and they didn't get it completed. Now there's this really cool. There was a bunch of cool like models in there. I believe this is the Matterhorn. It's a Small World. That looks like Coke Corner. I believe that's right. There's the castle. It's the Disneyland train station. That's Marceline. I believe this is... I'm not sure what this is. I don't remember. And I can't really focus in on it. There's a map of Disneyland. So... here's the celebration day. I believe this was the stamp. This was the stamp I was talking about earlier. Issues the first stamp. I think they were only supposed to issue about 150,000 of these things, and they ended up doing like 154-ish million of them. It's crazy. Now there's this wall. So he was here in 1956, and he was to visiting the school, which we're gonna go see. And he says, you know, I think we need to save this section of the wall for posterity, for future. And there it is. And it's got the corner, or whatever that thing's called, the keystone. All right, so very, very informative. There was a lot more information that I didn't read all of it. Talked about the family and how they lived in Chicago, and just something about, so when they were here, they were farmers, I think. They came to farm, and they because of an uncle had some land or something here. I think that's how the story goes. Don't quote me. Do not quote me. Do not blast me if I got this wrong. So let's go see some other spots. It's Coke Corner. Right there. That's the Inspiration Searchers. Assuming it was a general store. Yeah, it was. It was a general store. That's where that clock was, and that's where that cash register came from. But there it is, Coke Corner. Allen Hotel. The inspiration of Hotel Marceline. Right there. This is kind of a walking tour. This Coca-Cola sign was also featured there in that museum. Look how nice and bright and shiny. That's the wall of Coke there. There's the theater. Main Street Theater was modeled after that one right there. Historic Marceline Uptown Theater and Hotel. Now booking with Airbnb. Oh wow. Okay, so in 1998 they dedicated the Spirit of Mickey here. Wow, there's some old relics in there. That is cool. Welcome to Marceline. Wish you could see in there. Maybe. Oh, all right. So this was Murray's department store, and this is supposed to be the Disney Emporium. We found the park. Walt Disney Municipal Park. That's pretty cool. They got like a little, they got a frisbee golf, they got two baseball fields. I think one's softball, one's baseball. Playground. Looks like even a skate park over there. So this just looks like a everyday park that you'd visit. It's got frisbee golf. There's the t-ball field. Other fields. It's got kind of a walking path around. Let's see where we're gonna go next. All right, there's the flagpole that Walt dedicated. And here's the Walt Disney Elementary School. Right there on the same property. Walt Elementary, where the magic of learning begins. There you go. Walt Disney Elementary here in Marceline, Missouri. The official Olympic flag was used in California in the games. It's an official flagpole that Disney brought here. Alright, so this town is huge into trains. Look at this big train yard right there. That's what Walt was dealing with. This was a huge train town. No wonder he was so big into trains. Like, this was it. This was the Mecca. Well, not really the Mecca, because that would have been Chicago, but, or anywhere else. But as a kid growing up, right, like, here's Main Street coming this way as we head out to the other places. Uptown Theater. This is so cool. History right here. All right, we're here. Welcome to the Disney Family Farm. Open 365 days a year from dawn to dusk, free to the public. Maintained by the Hometown Museum. Reminder, this is privately owned property. So this is for the barn and the tree. So the childhood home is right up here on the left. It's at the corner of whatever highways, Highway 5 and Broadway Street. I was gonna pull over up here, but that's a bank. Looks like there's parking, but I didn't want to be disrespectful, but because I think this is actually private property. Here's the property right here. You got the house, you got a little barn. I don't know if any of this is original. I don't even think the house is actually original. I do think a certain portion of it is, but it's definitely think they added on to it. So, but this is the house and the farm where Walt Disney lived as a young boy. There's a sign up here. Try to get to this corner. There it is. It says Disney Family Farm. I went with our family to live in Marceline when I was around 4 years old. I clearly remember the day we arrived there on the train. A Mr. Kaufman met us in his wagon and we rode to our house in the country just outside the city limits. I believe it was called Crane Farm. My first impression was it had a beautiful front yard. It says 1906, the home still comprised the largest section of the current layout. In addition, was added in the 80s. Great care was taken not to alter the original layout and hand from the 1906 section. So the 1906 section is the big section right here. The rest is the addition. And that train is still going on. I don't want to get any farther onto the property. I believe it is private property. So let's go see the barn. All right. So Walt is quoted as saying that, oh, here it is, right here. To tell the truth, more things of importance happened to me in Marceline than have happened to me since, or are likely to happen to, or are likely to in the future. This was, he was referring to all this time here in Marceline, especially with what you're about to see with this tree and the barn. Ooh, it's wet. I believe that is Son of Dreaming Tree there. I believe the original one was back there somewhere. Oh, it'll tell you right up here. But that right there, look how tall that thing is. Son of Dreaming Tree. This was planted back in '04 from soil from the Magic Kingdom and waters of rivers of America. The ambassador, Sarah Spike, Juan, and Christopher Stewart. Oh, and the grandson. Now, like I said, the original one was struck by lightning, which I think we'll learn right here. Wow, look how big that thing was. It says in '06, Elias Disney purchased this farm from William Crane. He left the hustle and bustle of Chicago for this 45-acre farm. Marceline inspired Walt's 1949 film, So Dear to My Heart. Oh yes, this is a famous story. Walt had a circus. His friends paid $10 or 10 cents to get in, and they were mad. So because the animals wouldn't perform, and his mom give back the 10 cents to each kid, and that lesson has transpired all the way through to the current Disney Corporation. It's a good lesson. If you're not getting what you pay for, come on, give the money back. So this isn't the original barn. Probably should have known that. Enter Walt's barn. This is cool. Look at all these signatures. Now this is what I bought the Sharpie for, was to come and sign somewhere in here. But this is so cool. Now the question is, you used to be able to get up there. You cannot anymore. They put additional wood beams in. Oh, there's some Sharpies there. Trying to find a place that I can reach to sign this. I'm short, so yeah. I wonder what the most famous signature is in here. I wonder if you know, if you could leave it in the comments. There's so many signatures, like I don't even know. That was so cool. It's a replication of the barn, it's not the actual barn. I'm gonna go back up here to this original Dreaming Tree sign. See if it tells you where it was at. I'm guessing it was right here, because there's the creek, which is right there. I'm guessing it was right here. Probably where this big hole is. I wonder if these roots, I wonder if these are all also part of the Dreaming Tree. There's the root. You can see it right there. This has got to be where it was. The birthplace of his creativity right there. All right, so I don't think there's anything else we can do here. So I think that's gonna do it here for Walt's hometown, Marceline, Missouri. It's off of 36 and Missouri, US 36 and highway and Missouri Highway 5. Cute little town. All right. Well, I think that's it.